Okay guys, today we're going to be talking about candelas versus lumens. Okay, so essentially, I'll just make it real quick. Lumens are essentially how bright a light is, how much light is being emitted from the light source. Candela is how focused that light is. So essentially, candela is just how intense that light is at any given point. So a higher candela from a given amount of lumens is going to mean that the light is more concentrated to put more of that light in one specific spot. So why do we care about this? In the world of tactical lights, you'll typically see a candela rating, and typically a relatively high candela rating, because for a tactical light you want all of that light focused in one specific area, whereas for a work or a shop light you want it spread out, so there you usually won't see a candela rating, and if they do put one, it's going to be really low, and that's what you want. So they're just different things. So I'm going to show you a couple different lights that I have, and just how they focus differently, and their luminosity and candela rating and all that, so you can get an idea of what different numbers are. Okay, so these are the different lights we'll be looking at today. So we have the Surefire X300 Ultra, we have the Streamlight ProTac Rail Mount 2, and then we have an Olight Warrior S3, and then we have a good old Ryobi Shop Light, just to get you another comparison point. So I'm going to turn off the lights and show you what each one of these does. This one's rated 1,000 lumens, this one I think is 600, this is 2,000 lumens at peak, and this is also 2,000 lumens. This is 5,000 candela, this is 23,000 candela max. I actually don't know what this one is off the top of my head. Well into the thousands. This one, I don't even think they have a candela rating for this, because it just floods an area, so its candela rating would be really low. Okay guys, first we're going to go into lumens. So this is 1 lumen. You probably can't even see it. This is 15 lumens. This is 300 lumens. And then this is 2,000 lumens. Very big difference. Essentially, more or less, more lumens is better to a point, because when you get too high of lumens, you're just burning a ridiculous amount of energy to produce that light, and it just absolutely destroys your battery life. And also on the luminosity, anytime you see anything over around 2 or 3,000, it's probably Chinese bullcrap rating. Anytime you see the 10, 15, 20, 30,000 lumens, complete and utter bullcrap. There are a couple lights that cost a ridiculous amount, and you do actually get that amount out of, but for the most part, if you're not paying a lot of money for that, then it's just junk. Okay, now let's talk about candela. So this one right here, this is my everyday carry, and you can see at 300 lumens, it's spread out pretty far. I don't carry a tactical light, I carry a light, for working around stuff. This is the Streamlight ProTac Rail Mount 2. And you can see, so it has a 5,000 candela rating, and you can see it is much, much more concentrated. And for a tactical light, that's what you want. To compare it to another high lumen, low candela, this is the Ryobi Shop Light. So it really spreads out everywhere, even like to the walls next to me. And so it appears less bright at a distance, but it's actually super bright up front, because you're usually working on things, I don't know, 5 or 10 feet away from you, or maybe you just want to light up a whole big area. So that's a low candela, but still 2,000 lumens, and here's 2,000 lumens high candela. Completely different ballgame. It appears brighter in one area, but when you pull the other one away, it's actually not nearly as bright and lighting up to the side. So the Surefire X300 Ultra is actually kind of a mix. It does have a really high candela as well, but it's not quite as focused as the Olight Warrior S3 is what I'm holding on the right, and then the Surefire X300 Ultra is there on the left. So it's kind of a mix where it still has a good amount of flood, but also a pretty good hot spot, so you can still throw and identify whatever you're looking at a range. Okay guys, so tactical lights, you want high lumen and high candela. For work lights, you want high lumen and low candela. One thing to consider though with high lumen lights, so this is 2,000 lumens. If you look in there, there's a big old chunk of aluminum that's a big old heat sink, and this actually gets relatively warm up here. Like you can feel heat dissipating off of it. Also, so this is another 2000 lumen light that you just hold in your hand. This thing's like $120 when it's not on sale. And this thing, I've had it on for about a minute at the full brightness, and you can see that it is 120 degrees Fahrenheit approximately already. Oh, there's a hot spot, 123 I think I saw there. So high lumen lights get very hot. And if they don't have a sensor on it, which this one does, so it'll turn off when it gets close to something. Show you that. Yep. So it turns off when it gets close. If it doesn't have that, you can actually melt through pockets and stuff like that. So just another thing to consider when you're looking at really bright lights. If they don't have a sensor, I mean, that it's not. It's almost to the point where it's uncomfortable to hold, and it's only been on for like a minute or something. So just keep that in mind when you're looking at super bright lights. If they have multiple modes, that's great. Okay, guys, so that's pretty much it on as far as lights go. If you have any questions on any specific lights that I talked about today, I just really went into them briefly, or any other questions on Candela lumens or your thoughts, please put those in the comments below. And as always, guys, thank you for watching.